Hey guys, and welcome to another Twilight Cup PvP video, and in this video we're going up against two fellow Aussies, the first of which being Man Among Mon. So let's jump into it. So we've got a terrible lead matchup here, so we switch out Toxicroak into Quillfish, who's a bit better, but Golbat actually still does beat Quillfish, I'm pretty sure, but he switches into Skuntank, I guess because we were doing some nice water gun damage, and it looks like we lagged a little bit there getting off the Aqua Tail, but that's alright, and he does shield up. Aqua Tail will do a fairly good chunk to Skuntank if he lets it go through. So we'll let this crunch come through because, I mean, we can tank it, get to another Aqua Tail, and that'll be good for us. So Quillfish has pretty much done his job, and we got off this second Aqua Tail just because he's so spammy. And you can see how much it just did to Skuntank. He's able to take us down with 1 HP left and stored energy, but Quillfish did a nice work there. So he does get that crunch off straight away before going down to our Toxicroak. And he's going to bring Golbat back in, so we insta-switch out into a Golbat of our own, and he insta-switches into Toxicroak, which I'm not sure if it was the best move, because obviously Golbat is a Toxicroak counter, but he's aiming to get this Sludge Bomb off, which we're going to shield up, and we should just be able to feint down with quick attacks here, which we are able to do, and now I've got a whole lot of energy. He does have a shield, so we're going to try and bait that shield out with a Poison Fang. But that's exactly what he was expecting, so he doesn't shield there. And then we're going for the Shadow Ball, but hoping that he thinks it's double Poison Fang. And he does. He lets it go through, and so he's going to be able to Shadow Ball us away here because we've got no shields. But then Toxicroak's going to come in, one tap, and Golbat is gone. So definitely could have gone a bit different if he shielded the Shadow Ball. Actually, he probably would have won there because he would have been able to Shadow Ball our Golbat away just as he did, and then probably take on Toxicroak pretty well, although maybe we would have Sludge Bombed him down, he wouldn't have had enough health. But at any rate, also just a quick little warning, if there's any sort of banging sounds at some point, it's just a really windy day today, so it's probably just the windows banging against themselves, the windowsill. They're just making a rattling sound every now and then when the winds get strong. But anyway, into this second battle. And the bad lead matchups continue. So we have to get out of there straight away, go into Quillfish, which is actually also not a great matchup for us. But he does switch out anyway, and we're able to get this Aqua Tail off instantly. So we'll see if he shields. He actually lets that go through, which I feel like Toxicroak is definitely something that burns a lot of people's shields to protect. But we shield up that Mud Bomb, which is super effective damage because, and again, it would probably destroy us because Quillfish is not very tanky. And he actually lets that second Aqua Tail go through, finish him off. So we'll see what he brings back in, maybe Venomoth? No, he brings in Golbat. So he's got two things that counter Toxicroak here, so we're basically down to one Pokemon after Quillfish, which is not fantastic. And he burns that shield on the Aqua Tail. And we actually switch out from Quillfish, which I'm not sure if it was the right play. I guess he would have been able to charge up extra energy on our Quillfish, even more energy I should say, because he already has a bunch. We're getting off this Poison Fang trying to bait the shield, which we are successfully able to do there. So there's no more shields on the board, and I think we were pretty sure that he was about to get off a Shadow Ball, so we just got off the Poison Fang because any damage is good damage, and that's exactly what happened. So here comes the Shadow Ball, yep, and away we go pretty much. Down with one more quick attack, and now should probably bring in, yeah, Toxicroak here to try and charge up some energy on the Golbat, but he does unfortunately get a charge move off, probably Poison Fang, yeah, so that's all he could get off before he could go down. Again, any damage is good damage, so now we're going to try and get the Sludge Bomb off onto the Venomoth, but unfortunately we're not able to, so maybe if we under-tapped we would have been able to get that off, and Quillfish comes in, doesn't do much. I'm not quite sure how much Sludge Bomb would do to Venomoth, but it certainly could have made the game a lot more close, if not turn it into a win, if we were able to get that Sludge Bomb off, because then we still would have been able to come in with the Quillfish, get that 1-2 water guns off. And so yeah, going into the next battle, going in with Venusaur here, and Tyranitar. So Tyranitar is definitely a little bit of it's an interesting pick that not a lot of people are going for, even though it's rated pretty highly by PvPoke. I used it to great success in the February Twilight Cup. It's just really good at taking out the flyers. Unfortunately, it is super effective damage. Silverwind does super effective damage to it, so which isn't great coming from the things it's supposed to counter. But at any rate, we've got the Golbat mirror match in here, so it's going to be a game of baiting shields here. We're going straight for the Shadow Ball, hope that he doesn't shield it. And he does not, which is fantastic. So we do shield up here, expecting to receive a Shadow Ball back, but it wasn't Poison Fang, so we got shield baited there. And here comes another charge move, so just going to let it come through, hoping that it's another Poison Fang, which it is, which is fantastic. And we're able to feint down with one more quick attack. So he does have the shield advantage, but we'll see how this goes. He brings in Wigglytuff, so these Poison Fangs are actually also going to be doing super effective damage, so that's great for us. He does have both shields, and there's one of them. And we should be able to get to another Poison Fang before we go down. Those charms are doing a fair bit of damage, but yeah, Poison Fang charges up pretty quick. And he lets that go through, and he just saw how much damage it did. So he switched into Venusaur, so we couldn't charge up too much extra energy on the Golbat, and we're getting off a Frenzy Plant already. So I'm not sure if he was trying to charge up extra charms, or if he didn't have enough energy, or what. Actually, he did exactly enough energy there. So he does shield up our Frenzy Plant, and we're going to shield the Ice Beam in return, knowing that we're going to be able to take down Wigglytuff, but he switches into Toxicroak. But Frenzy Plants are also going to do heaps of Toxicroak here, and he's got no shields left, so this will do an absolute ton. Even though it's not very effective, it just did like 3/4 of Toxicroak's health, which is fantastic. Whether that's testament to Toxicroak being squishy or Venusaur Frenzy Plant being overpowered. We go into Golbat, hoping to finish him off with quick moves, which we are able to do. Getting off this Poison Fang just before we go down, which will finish off the match, hitting that Wigglytuff for that super effective damage. And we had Toxicroak in the back, which we didn't even use. He would have been able to come in and just do one smackdown and take Wigglytuff out if that was the case. And now we're switching over opponents here, going up against Dr. Trotter, who's also got a YouTube channel, so I'll link to that in the description. Go check him out when you've got a chance. Maybe even after this video, huh? And going in, we've got Tyranitar, the man himself in the lead, up against Nidoqueen, which I've actually not seen in practice yet. So we'll see how this goes. So we're smackdowning away. We actually only have Crunch at the moment, no Stone Edge. He's going to go for the charge move first, which we're going to shield up because it is Earth Power, and that is super effective to us, so we do not want to let that come through. So we're going to send a Crunch straight back, see how much it does, but he does shield, and then we switch out into Golbat, who's a very nice, he's pretty good up against Nidoqueen. Because in my mind, I was going like, okay, I remember the infographics back from February. Nidoqueen was like a side grade to Toxicroak. So we got off the Poison Fang there, which did absolutely nothing. So yeah, really just trying stuff out here. He gets off the Earth Power, which I didn't think would do too much damage because we are a flying type, and yeah, not very effective. So he did lag a little bit there, so I'm not sure if I stopped tagging for a second there or not, but we've charged up some extra energy here. We've both got one shield, so we're just going to go straight for the Poison Fang, hoping that he burns the shield. It won't do much to Toxicroak, but yeah, he just lets it go through, so not fantastic. And we're going for another Poison Fang. I'm not sure, I don't feel like that was the best move, because it's not much, but I guess we're expecting to be taken down by a charge move, and we're just trying to get off as much energy as we can, and we're getting off another Poison Fang here, so he shields that up by the seams of it, I think. It's hard to tell when you've got that double charge move going, but yeah. We let this Mud Bomb come through and finish us off. Send in Wigglytuff, who can finish him off in one charm. And then in comes Venusaur, so we're just going to be charming away. We've got a shield, so we'll be able to shield up his first Frenzy Plant, and then, or Sludge Bomb, and then we'll be able to send an Ice Beam straight back, unshielded. So yeah, Frenzy Plant, we shield that. Off goes the Ice Beam, and this will finish off the Venusaur. And in comes, okay, I was watching the screen and I thought I saw another Pokeball in the top right, but I guess not, but oh well. But yeah, Tyranitar, even though he wasn't the most useful in that game, he can definitely do some very good work when he's in the right spot. That is the downside to Tyranitar. He needs to be in the right place at the right time. So leading with Tyranitar again, and he's gone in with the Toxicroak lead. So we have to get out of there straight away. Toxicroak on Tyranitar is like Venomoth on Toxicroak. It is just instant death. So we switch into Golbat, and he's switching to Beedrill, which is interesting because Golbat will be doing some good damage up against Beedrill. We've definitely got the good matchup here. We're getting off a Poison Fang, which he shielded up, and now we're going for another Poison Fang, which he does let go through. We probably should have charged up some extra energy, make him think it was a Shadow Ball. He's getting off a presumable Sludge Bomb here, which it is, so we shield that up. and just keep quick attacking away, getting off another Poison Fang, making sure that he goes down before he gets off another charge move. So he lets him go down, and he brings in a Azumarill, so another thing that we can do super effective damage to with these Poison Fangs. So the trio he's brought in is definitely pretty weak to Golbat, but we're going to switch into, we tried to switch there, but didn't work, so we just kept going, got off another Poison Fang, and he lets that go through too, so we've already taken out half of Azumarill's health there, which is fantastic. We'll let this come through and finish us off. We'll keep the shield on our side, and we'll be able to bring in Venusaur here, and we're expecting a switch out, and he switches into that Toxicroak, which we'll still be able to do some good damage up against. We shield this expecting a Sludge Bomb, which it is, and so we get off this Frenzy Plant, which will do some nice damage. Burns his last shield though, and remember we've got Tyranitar in the back, which that was not a good move, although we were trying to catch the Mud Bomb basically, or the Sludge Bomb, and he did get the charge move off as he went as Tyranitar, but I'm not sure if it was worth it. He wouldn't have been able to do anything against Azumarill either. We're very much relying on Venusaur to do our battles, so it's good that we brought in Tyranitar to eat that energy basically, and he didn't get anything off onto Venusaur. So we're going to be able to... we almost got that Frenzy Plant off. We had it charged up, but he got the Ice Beam first, and he's got 1 health. So if we just under-tapped, we would have been able to get that Frenzy Plant off. That's definitely something that I need to do to improve. I need to really figure out how to under-tap, because I can't get it all the time, even when I'm trying to do it, but I'm not even trying to do it in most cases. So yeah, that's something that I'll have to improve upon. And going into this next battle, so I think this is the last battle of the video, so just a reminder, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and in we go. We've got Azumarill vs Venusaur. We're thinking of switching out, but this isn't an awful matchup, because the Ice Beam also doing super effective damage against the Venusaur. He's going to have to either shield or take massive damage, and we tried to just switch out instantly there, but we've tied the charge move, so we shield up the Frenzy Plant, and then we'll go for another Ice Beam, basically. That's our plan. So he's going to be able to get to the Frenzy Plant first, which here it comes. So we shield up again, and then charging up to the Ice Beam. Yeah, he's switching out here, and he brings in Nidoqueen. So we tried to switch out there, but it got the Ice Beam off instead, and then I kind of like dropped my phone a little bit, it had confusion, and so I only got a nice on that Ice Beam, which is definitely unfortunate, because it was doing some nice damage to Nidoqueen even at nice. I'm not sure if it would have finished off Nidoqueen if I got excellent, but it would have definitely been a lot better. And we bring in Toxicroak, the Earth Power just absolutely finishes us off. We bring back in Azumarill, gets off this Ice Beam, missed a bubble there, but that's alright. Finish off Nidoqueen there. In comes Venusaur, and yeah, we're not going to be able to get to an Ice Beam before we get the Ice Beam off, and now we've just got our Venusaur of our own. So he's going to be able to get to the Sludge Bomb because he has the energy advantage. And then expecting a switch out, so he takes out half of our health and then brings in a Azumarill. So he still has a shield, so even if we got off this Frenzy Plant, which we're doing here, he's going to be able to shield that up and get to an Ice Beam before we can get to a second Frenzy Plant. So close there, but yeah, even if we did manage to hit that Frenzy Plant and take out a Azumarill, then he still has Venusaur of his own in the back, who would have more health than us, so that is GG's. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, especially that subscribe one, and I'll see you in the next one.